Hello, everyone. This is Ross from Retro Dream Beam. I'm an eBay seller full time. I've been doing this with my fiance Netta for a couple years now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to go into what we're shipping out today on Thursday. So a little bit better than some of the past days, but nothing too crazy, but some fun stuff to talk about. So the first thing that sold was there was an old lady who sold a fly, a children's animated DVD right here. I remember this nursery rhyme back in the day. That's so hilarious. That other random thing was in the bin that I had this in. It happened to be probably the only DVD that I had at the time when I was listing, and it's with a bunch of rubble and wargaming terrain. This ended up selling for $9.99 plus shipping. Everything's going to be plus shipping. All right, next up is going to be this card game, NFL football card game, Red Zone right here. So it's two starter decks. I've never played this one. I'm not into sports. You see that we get card game stuff, board game stuff, RPG stuff. This ended up selling for $13.61. So I'm sure it's fun for someone. I just don't know how it works. All right, I have all the stuff here in a box instead of my normal bag. I have a lot of 4 Warhammer 40k bits and pieces on these sprues. These are going to be the Chaos faction. I don't know too much about what they look like, but these were from the auction where I got the bits and pieces. These were actually still in the sprues. They weren't in jars labeled like the little baggies I've been selling. This sold to a repeat buyer for $11.24. So I've been super happy with those bits and pieces. All right, moving along, we have some more board game pieces. Let's see if I can grab it pretty quickly. Let's see. Yep, right here. These are a lots of 21 Pocket Ops board game blue and red tokens. I see swords on it. I see a canister, an explosive or something. Oh, I see a ninja star, a computer with a warning logo. I've never played this board game. I don't know about it. I probably just Google reversed it when I got these pieces. They sold for $10. They look pretty cool, a cool little wooden board game piece. All right, next up is something super cool. Let me make sure this is legit. Let's see what this is from. I want to see my title. Okay. This is in Dungeons and Dragons, a vintage map right here. So this is going to be a bird's eye view of a castle, which is pretty cool. I'll try to unravel it. I don't know if this was in a starter set or if this is just an older thing. I'll show it in, actually, I'll just unfold the whole thing. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Someone's probably going to use this for actually having a bunch of characters inside of a castle doing some kind of mission. So yeah, this stuff, I love this kind of stuff. This stuff is cool. It's a lot of fun to sell and easy to list. This ended up selling for $25, so that was a pretty good sale for today. I have 2 other posters or RPG maps like that of the same art style and stuff. So I had more, so I'm down to 2 left. All right, next up is going to be a manual for a PC game, a floppy disk one. This is going to be Interplay. Well, that's the company Battle Chess right here. Never played Battle Chess when I was a kid, but this looks pretty cool. You know, it's going to be a fantasy version of chess. This is just the manual and everything, so it's going to have the buttons and little images and stuff. This sold for $9.59. I listed this a long time ago, and then yesterday I ran into the actual floppy disk, so I listed the floppy disk yesterday. So it was just weird that sold, and then I found the floppy disk and listed it. I would have put them together at the time if I had them together. They must have been in separate bins when I listed them. All right, next up is going to be some tokens for, I think it's War Machine. These are stationary acrylic blue tokens. I don't know, obviously the stationary just probably is some kind of effect in the game where the guys probably can't move. I don't know if it's a debuff or a negative thing or if it's a positive thing. But yeah, we do pretty well with the War Machine and Hordes tokens. It's a Privateer Press miniature game. Those sold for $8.99. All right, moving along, we have an incomplete kit right here. Tank is that BT706P. I'm not too sure. I'm not going to go through all the letters and numbers. So this one is incomplete. I actually messaged the person just in case if they saw that it was incomplete and they were going to use it to fix up other stuff. So this particular sprue is still here. We have some decals right here and the instruction booklet here. I think I looked at the instruction booklet and realized that some of the pieces were missing, or at least there must have been another baggie. But yeah, they said it was okay. They said they were aware and they were excited to mix and match other pieces. And they said that they marked me as a favorite seller. $17.75 for that. So I'm excited. I'm excited to sell incomplete stuff, and then someone's super excited about it. All right, next up, we got a bunch of Choose Your Own Adventure books a bit ago. I listed most of them. This is Earth Brain right here, a space adventure game book where wits matter more than weapons right here. So it has this guy with this big brain and Earth art, I guess, and then it has a little bit of wear, but I guess you're gonna probably do a bunch of puzzles and actually play a game, which is interesting because I'm going to come back to this in just a moment. This sold for $29.99. I think that's the best thing for the day. All right, moving along is something that I didn't have high faith in when I originally got them. These are 2 board game purple. These end up being 30-second timers. I got a bunch of board game timers that were just loose bits and pieces, and I sat there and I just timed them with a timer, on your alarm clock. And then I would group the similar types together. These end up selling for $8, but when I originally listed them, not like it took forever for them to start selling, but I don't have many left. That was like a year or two ago. So not like a super fast seller, but I was glad I did put the work into it. And $8 for like 2 board game timers is pretty cool. All right. And then the second to last thing right here. Too bad it's wrapped up. It's an owl on a pumpkin. The pumpkin says spooky. It's like a white little pumpkin right there. And then the owl is like a glitter. It's kind of like ceramic. It says pumpkin with owl decor. This ended up selling for $22. People love really cool like Halloween stuff and seasonal stuff, and it sells year round. I was like, okay, cool. Someone's thinking about Halloween, or they just like the owl. And then on, I think it was Bonanza. Was it Bonanza? All right, we ended up selling this big plush bunny rabbit Santa right here. It's like a huge plush. I'm not a big fan of plushes. Like this is, you can tell this is a lot of space. It still has the tag. This is cast of characters. What else does it say? Let's see if I can get this pretty quickly. No, it just says like, you know, how to wash and stuff like that. So yeah, a huge bunny Santa plush. How much does this one sell for? Like 18 or something like that? Yeah, 18 or something like that. Plus 12 shipping. All right, so that's everything, but I'm going to go back to the adventure book because we ended up, Annette and I played this Ian Livingstone Fighting Fantasy, Eye of the Dragon yesterday. This is like all of our notes. We're not done yet. I read it to her, and then we go through like the dice and stuff like that and do a bunch of different comment. They're a lot of fun. Like I said, these are game books. Steve Jackson also does some as well. We have this whole like remastered edition books. I think there's 12 of them. I had her pick one, and we're going through. I was reading it, going through the choices. She did not die yet in this one, but yeah, there's a bunch of puzzles to solve, items you can get. Like you can see like her huge list of items. There's a bunch of stuff she has. There's like little puzzles. She started making notes on it. They're a lot of fun. So that's what we did yesterday, other than eBay, and then the days kind of go by fast. But yeah, that's everything. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I hope everyone's having a good week.